I don't think there is any words that could actually speak of the pain. And it's very painful to be living through this, and to know that this has been happening for so long. Actually, as the speaking, I remember one of the songs my grandma used to sing, because her two kids were displaced from Palestine to Aqaba, and they were never allowed to come in, and she was never allowed to see them. So she lived the last 30 years of her life with them being 2 hours far away from her. And she used to sing, I remember 2 lines. It says, يا ليل ما أطولك، مشيتني حافي، ميزان ما أتقلك، هديت لكتافي. And it talks about the long nights they had to walk when they were also displaced, and about walking in the night and the heaviness and the fear she carried whilst walking. And here we are, again witnessing it happening. Our grandchildren are still going through it. Beloved, Gaza moves within us, soft, strong. Her pulse is ours, her breath a quiet song. Step lightly through ruins, wind and water bending stone, she rises where fire meets home. And you move like her, fierce, tender, and free, a storm carrying life across the sea. Hold the ache, let the light enter, wounds open, become a medicine. Greens and a flower push through dust and stone, whispering courage, naming your own. Every heartbeat folds unseen thread, Gaza and you, together, quietly fed. She carries the mothers, the children, the flame, and in her rhythm, I hear your name. Rivers of sorrow, rivers of song, we rise together where hearts belong. Every shadow bends to down, every tear a seed, gently drawn. You are the lamp, the wind, the fire, striving, sacred, lifting higher through the storm, the silence, the night. We fall together into the light. Breathe with me, follow the streams, carry the fire, follow the dreams. We rise, we mend, we fold, we bend. Love the flows hidden without an end. Alive, awake, a drum, a flame, Gaza, and you, one and the same. Every storm, every breath, every sight carries the echo of you and I. Step into the fire of life, of love, rise into the wind that push and move. You are alive. You are here. Gaza is alive. She is near. Through storm and river, flame and stone, I see your courage. Do you see it? Your own. Beloved, in the hush of night, your fire, moves like wind, moves like light. Gaza folded in you, hidden, but not from the sight of the heart. You are alive. You are here. The river, the storm, the flame, the light. You are Gaza. And Gaza is you. And we are here to heal Gaza together with you.
Thank you, May, for connecting. And yeah, maybe in a way to build on it, we truly believe that Gaza is inside of us. It's not something that happens separate. And the horror we experience in this world expressed, like in Gaza, is the wounded parts in all of us that allow it to happen. So we acknowledge that we are hurt and wounded as a human family, that we allow some of our children to suffer like this. And it's all of us to heal and to change. And it starts in our own heart. Where do we separate? Where do we other? Where do we avoid? Where do we choose comfort over showing up? Or are we afraid to stand for what we believe and be seen in it and shine our light? And we've been sitting with the question of, what is this campaign for? Who are we? What are we trying to bring to the world with this campaign? Why do we even exist? Mondays for Gaza, Satyam. And we came up with three main pieces, also in reflection with others and also acknowledging Tiffany has been also an exploration with us around it. And we came with three answers that we as Satyam and we as the campaign team want to answer. And one is a unifying spirituality, where we give a home to ourselves and everyone who connects beyond our other spiritual religious beliefs, that life itself is sacred, equally sacred. And there is something unifying that we have that is beyond those things that we differ. And actually that we believe it's in the essence of most religious beliefs and the core of it, the value of all of life and the sacredness and the honor of that. So here we want to meet across and to offer a spiritual home for each one of us who resonates with that truth. So it's kind of in the core of it is love for all of life and the planet, and also what we truly believe and we experienced from the years and years of community work in the land of Palestinians and Israelis living together, learning how to meet, how to transform, how to heal, and how to unite is the importance of community, that we heal in community. Once we meet, we transform. And it just often takes one of the people we believe that they are other or enemy, meet them and their humanity and understand, no, it's not them, it is the system. So we believe that healing happens in community. So this is why we want to offer even this global community, that we come together each Monday, even on Zoom, and we meet and we feel and we see we're not alone. And we can start healing and empowering each other, encouraging each other to speak our truth into the world. And the third thing that we believe that we want to bring in that is the aspect of networking and practical, very graspable ways that we can engage with this world. That what we're building, the knowledge base, the way to inspire each other, what we do, the projects, the initiatives, and learn from each other what we can do and find our own place in this global journey of collective liberation from all structures of violence and oppression that are upon all of us globally. And that is the third layer that we wish to offer with this campaign. So for you to come and show what you do and get inspired what others do and to find inspiration, how to engage more people, how to offer yourself, be an offering of people that look for orientation of how they can engage without further separation. So also to engage, to not further polarize, but to unify the movement and connect it. So we hope that that's something that you can also take from this and be empowered as you empower us through your presence and witnessing in what we do. And also this call today will hopefully have these three elements as we move right now in the feeling space and the connection space. And then also later in the call, move on to the creative space. What do we do with it? How do we use that love and that pain to transform it into bringing ourselves to this world for the change we want to see? And before we move there, I would love to invite also the friends of the combatants for peace, Tiffany and Nicole, to just, as they are our partners in holding this and creating this campaign, just wanting to honor you for all the work you put in to make this happen. And also to give you, if you want to come in and share just something from your heart and from your perspective to this space.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Mai. So I just want to take a moment to engage in a group space differently than I normally do in my role as the executive director of American Friends of Combatants for Peace. Meeting with David last week, and talking about what Satyam brings to our ecosystem of peacemakers and our ecosystem of organizations within the peace camp. I am so moved that what Satyam brings to the table that is unique is a spiritual practice, a space for feeling very deeply. So many of the organizations in our field, we do education and advocacy and activism. That looks like demonstrations and building awareness and amplification of realities, and all of that is so good and so important. And we don't have another organization in this space that is also doing the spiritual caretaking, providing a spiritual community, a place to really process deeply and to have a unified spiritual practice. And so I just want to acknowledge that and thank you, Mai and David, for being the only ones doing this. And it is so needed. It's needed by people like me. It's needed by activists. It's needed by each person on this call. And I see what you are doing is you are providing a spiritual food, and you are providing a spiritual space, and you are providing spiritual community building, which I do think will result in action. It's a different approach. It's not like just go action. It's like being humans first. So I am showing up right now as a human. And I thank you for giving me this space to do that. I want to share some reflections. First, I just wanted to, because CFP is not here today, to read in two parts. I will read a note from Jamil, who he sent this to our group chat. So this is just the first part of his message. I'll read the rest in a little bit. It says, and I'm not going to mince his words. I'm not going to change them. So some of it may be a little strong, but I'm going to honor Jamil's words. Hello, my friends and partners. I have been contacted by our friend Fatima. Fatima is Gazan. Her family's in Gaza, and she's living in Bethlehem. I have been contacted by our friend Fatima, who told me that her family in Gaza was informed by the Israeli army, the army of annihilation, and the immoral army, to leave the shelter where they and many other families from Gaza were taking refuge. Now they are walking in the darkness, while the sounds of explosions echo all around. Until when will this pain last? Until when will this silence continue? And we also got to hear another very sobering, painful voice, direct. I think my heart is and has been overwhelmed. I cannot imagine the level of human suffering or cruelty that we are seeing right now. And I want to share. So I'm Christian, and 2 weeks ago, I went to a conference called Church at the Crossroads. It was all denominations of Christians coming together to wrestle with the church's complicity, complacency, and even support related to the genocide. And Mother Isaac, who wrote Christ in the Rubble, was there as a speaker. Other Palestinian Christians were there. And I have a friend named David, who is here from the US. He was there, and we spent some time at the end of the conference sharing the things that were strengthening and inspiring, and sharing the things that were difficult about that conference. One of the things he shared was at the beginning of the conference, there was the evangelical worship, and one of the songs they were singing was um, saying, "God, you've never failed us. God, you've been so faithful." Um, I don't know how we could sing that right now. How is that true? I don't know. It doesn't feel true right now. I was reminded as he was sharing that I've seen Palestinians in Gaza say, "Allah is merciful, Allah is faithful," as they're experiencing genocide. How do they say that? How is that true? I see what's going on, and I feel confused, angry, lost. Something that was hard for me at the end of that conference is there was a group of facilitators who, throughout the conference, were like helping us process, like we're doing here, holding space, breathing, feeling. They closed the conference with a sort of like musical meditation where it was for radical imagination and imagining um, Gazans had seeds and they planted them, and right away in the morning, the plants bloomed and there was food. That was hard for me. Oh, it was like we were wrapping up the conference with some kind of bow or something. And the other thing that was hard for me is that I grew up reading the stories in Exodus about God raining manna down from heaven, feeding the Israelites in the desert who had nothing. Started to think about that I believe in God. I believe in a loving God. God could rain food down from heaven. Why not? Why not? And I started to realize in this season, I've been questioning so much because the pain is too much. And I've been wondering, like, God, why don't you come? Why don't you stop this? Why don't you come? I can imagine the people of Gaza crying out to God in that darkness, crying out at night, and God not showing up. No food, no tent, more displacement. And as I was sharing that with David, and I was saying, it's really at an existential level hitting me if God won't come for the people of Gaza who have this horrific, evil thing happening to them. Why would I think that God would ever come for me? Why would I pray? Why would I cry out when I need God? How could I be so arrogant to think God would come for me? And that's a really scary feeling. It's a really scary thought. It's one I've never had until now. So as I was sharing that with David, an interesting thing happened. I suddenly remembered when my daughter was very little, I was a single mom. I would work these really long days. I would then pick her up from school, need to make her dinner, get her a shower, do her homework, try to get her to bed, pack her lunch for the next day. And I would be so tired, but we would always say a prayer with dinner. We would say, God, please be with those who have less than us and who are going without. Please provide for them. And one day, it was a really long, late day. I was rushing to get her home and do all the things I had to do, feeling overly burdened. and we passed by someone on the side of the freeway begging for food. And my daughter said, Mom, you have to go to Taco Bell. You have to go get them food. And I'm like, Syra, I can't. We have so much we have to do right now. She said, no, but you prayed that God would provide for them. Fulfill your prayer, Mom. You need to answer your prayer. You need to be the one to provide for them. And what I heard in that moment as I'm sharing this feeling, these thoughts with David, and I got that memory, is God said, Tiffany, if you go to them, I will come. I will come with you. But don't just pray for me to come. You go, and I will come. Then I thought, holy shit, I need to get on a flotilla. Like, what do I do? How do I go to Gaza? And how do we all go to Gaza and then God will come? And I spent the rest of my time at that conference meditating on that. What does it mean to go? What does it mean to go? Obviously, I can't get on a flotilla right now. There are so many ways that I can't go, but there are so many ways that I can go. And there are so many ways that each of us can go. And there's so much wrestling that we need to do with what does it mean to go? Because if we go, God will come with us. And if I cry out in the night and I need God, if you come to me, then God comes with you. And I do feel like that's what you're all doing with this fast. I feel like that's what we're doing with this fast. We are finding ways to go. And in so doing, God is coming. And it may be moment by moment, but it is what is happening. And as David shared that last point of, creative action, and what do we do? How do we take action in addition to holding the space, sharing these painful, difficult questions, these difficult feelings, these difficult thoughts, supporting each other, finding ways to hope, to love, to be human. I just want to continue to invite us to figure out how do we go? What does that look like? Because it's all we have right now. So thank
Right.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for bringing your heart so clearly. I feel this is really, you so beautifully describe the bridge between our spiritual practice and our choice as humans. And often the gap that's there of putting it on God, but not acknowledging that we are part of God and it's us. And God is with us and we are coming as we are part of it, part of God in action. And we really believe that if our action comes from love, not from guilt or shame, or really from love and care, so much power, there's so much power in that. But if we just sit in the care and love, but we don't move, then what's going to change? So thank you for making that connection so beautifully visible and touchable. I feel
I
very
said I was going to read the rest of Jamil's message, so I meant to do that. It's really short.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So
And then,
after he says, until when will the pain last? Until when will the silence continue? And I think I just want to close with these words because they are what we're saying. He says, I turn to you while feeling helpless, unable to do anything except comfort Fatima and reassure her. I ask everyone to pray for her, and for all the people of Gaza.
Yeah, and let us, in the same time as we pray, be the answer of that prayer. Thank you. And I, just because of looking at the time, I feel it's a beautiful transition into the next phase, which will be breakout rooms for you. And I created this time, we thought we will create different breakout rooms where you can find yourself in whatever resonates the most with you. And the themes of the breakout rooms are, first of all, there's a space for heart share and being together in the pain. So if you feel with a lot of emotions and you feel it will be the most healing and nourishing to just be with that, especially as we haven't had time to share in small groups, and probably many of you are sitting with a lot of impact. So this is the space for you to go. But if you are feeling ready to move forward with whatever you're doing, or with the potential of what you can do as that answering that prayer in a practical way, and I feel feeling is also answering that prayer, allowing to feel and to grieve, right? But if you want to move into the practical, we have 4 breakout rooms. The first one is public action. So if you want to talk about either getting involved in public actions, or you've done public action and you want to get feedback or reflect on it. The second one is actions in community environments. So if you want to talk about and get inspiration about what you could do in your already existing community, family, close friends environment, and create some kind of impact there. And the third one is individual actions, for example, financial fasting or boycott. So to get inspiration or talk about what you do as your own choices of fasting, and of maybe considering how we can choose, how we can create different choices that will have impact. And the fourth one is how to start conversations about Gaza. So we've gotten different feedbacks from people that it's challenging to even start. And one of the things that our team has come up with is these buttons that we put on Monday, or maybe even more of the days, that spark conversations also in places that usually we might not start conversations. But this is also like, how do you bring the conversation? So if you want inspiration or share about your experience, that room is for you. And I will say, because we took a bit more time, and also Dia joining us, which I felt was a true blessing. I feel to give us a bit more time for this breakout room. So I will give it 20 minutes, and still we will come back together and hear some voices. So Nechamai, you wanted to share, and maybe others, that will be the space for hearing each other. But for those
Perfecto.
for those who need to leave at past, you still have 17 minutes of joining this 20 minutes of breakout room exploration. And of course, you can change rooms, but I would invite you to rather choose a room and then stay there. Unless you really feel called, you need to switch. And in order to create some kind of coherence for this time. So I'm going to open the rooms now.
And Rabbi, just before we open the rooms, I just want to say a word about this moment in the calendar as we mark.
Right.
This is the fall equinox, this moment of balance of light and dark in terms of the sun. And in the Jewish calendar in Jerusalem now, the new year, Rosh Hashanah, has started. And this is a day known as Yom Hadin, Day of Judgment. And it's a day and really a season of calling our highest selves forth. And want to share how profoundly heartbroken I am, and so many in my community are, that our people are part of this genocide and have complicity in this genocide, and that we cannot stop it. And just thank you so much, Tiffany, for your words and your reflections on where is God. And the one of the images of the season for us is that when God created the world, built into the fabric of creation was teshuvah, this ability to return, to repent. That was created even before creation happened. And that's an essence of who we are as human beings, is that we have the possibility of turning, of returning, of making amends, of stopping the evil that comes from us. And that's an essence of who we are. And yet we find ourselves in systems that make it so hard to change. And one of the prayers that I really loved as a teenager, it speaks about there's the earthly king and then there's the heavenly king. And this image, we can get distracted and think the earthly kings are really the ones in charge. But that ultimately holding this faith that there is this unification, this power of love that is beyond all the evil that we see happening. And I the shofar, the ram's horn, is blown on this day. And one of the really beautiful images I learned for what it's about to blow this horn is that we are crying through the horn, and we are like a newborn baby crying for food. And God is a nursing mother whose milk lets down because she hears our cry. So as we move into our breakout rooms, I offer the cry that's flowing through me and through all that we have witnessed and heard today, praying that God, the loving mother, let down her milk and nurture all the people who are suffering. Starting with nurturing our own hearts, that we have the capacity to bring more love into the world. Return again, return
Again,
return
return to the land of your soul.
soul.
Return
Return
again,
return
return
again.
again.
Return to the land of your soul. Return
Return to who you
who
have
return
become. Return
to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return.
Oh. So we're inviting you to join for one of the rooms. One is a heart share and grief, being together with the pain, and the other four are more towards action. And we invite you to be part as long as you wish. We acknowledge that we're a bit longer, a bit later on time. So probably we will finish our call more like 7:45 if you stay until the end. 20 minutes of breakout room, more or less, and then a few minutes for closing and hearing voices, 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're leaving sooner, just know that we deeply appreciate your presence and being here. And also, if you want to take a video of yourself to support the campaign while you're fasting and while you're joining, that's super supportive. So reach out to us if you want to create one. And also, just inviting you to look at the Linktree inspiration. And I will post here again the link to the document, or maybe Rovi, you can do that if you're willing. The document and also the WhatsApp group where you can share about your initiative, your action with others, and ask for support and support each other. So opening the rooms now and see hopefully some of you after together for closing. Thank you. And you can see the rooms now and freely choose. Where do you go? Where do you resonate?
And for all my brothers, you have to be so strong because we don't know when the change is coming, but it will come. Everybody that I know say that it will come. People that I know who have prediction power and have information, it will come, and maybe sooner than we think.
Yes.
Now,
Amen.
the practical thing is this. I'll share the essence of what I share with the group. Number one, find a way to expand the fast. So Elmo and me found a way to fast, take a break, and then I fast aerobiically, and he fast in the local Senegal herbal system, which I found he's an expert in. He never tell about himself. To fast and then to take a break and then do something which is not food but another austerity. Because my understanding is like not run after the cell phone and look at the news, which take so much energy and nonsense, all the time, or too much, or others. So I don't know if it's in line with what you believe is fasting, but for me, it's still right. And also, I feel that fasting is not necessarily something that we torture ourselves, even though to drink like what you do, May, and what you do. I mean, it's incredible. I never could do that. But not that I know. But to fast, to do austerity, the word sacrifice is sacred, connected to the sacred. We are going through fasting. We are going through doing it. So it's for us first, because we spiritually grow when we serve people and we sacrifice something that is just, as the Greek call it, like just pleasure. Ray and Schrader call it. Like if you just give up some pleasure for the sake of spirituality, for the sake of service for people, you are going. So we're not doing something selfless. It's selfish in the spiritual way, and of course, it's service. So let's do it. Let's find a way. And then of course I reach to people, and that's different stories. Shifra and me belong to a group, and Elmo, that have so many people spiritual connected. So the right time, I'll invite them to join, and then we'll see. Everybody has his own channels, so everyone can do what he do, and we can't compare. But that's what God, power that God gave him. I can do one thing, the other things I'm a shlemazel, I can't do. So everyone.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for your words. It's an honor to hear you and to have you. Thank you.
And I hope I'm starting to study Arabic mostly from the Quran. So I hope that within a year I can talk with you in Arabic. But I can just say a few words like Salam Alaikum and mucho shukriya. No, shukran.
Shukran. Habibi. Mubarak, Mubarak. Thank you. An honor.
Just want to share. Yeah, Mela, thank you for joining and staying with us longer than we anticipated. And also just want to share, Valdemar, thank you for bringing it up. Yes, I forgot to say it. We are still able to receive money. We have now a way to bring it to DR. So if you want to contribute, please do. It's desperately needed, as you've heard. And
we
if
have
you do it,
Binah, and we also have Fatima, who was with us, the therapist. She's also being displaced with her family. So as much as we can support them, let's bring it together as much as we can, protect them, give them the minimum to survive, a tent and some food, a car to be in a safe place, and maybe hopefully even manage with some of their medicine, as they are physically in so much pain, especially Dia's brother and his sister, because his brother, for those who don't know, he's injured and is still with bullets in his body. So he's actually on lots of medicine because there is no hospitals. There is no way to support him in surgery. There is no way to send him to no medical support, but there is a way for him to receive some of the medicine, to buy it from other people. So yeah, as much as we can help them, as much as we can lift them, maybe if you even want to write them, then I can send to the and to Fatima, and I can translate. I think it will be really good for them to receive your words, for him to read it to his family.
yeah, and if you transfer money, just transfer it to the Satyam PayPal. It's in the chat, and write for Dia or Fatma, and then we know, and we will pass it to them.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you. So let's hear one or two more voices who want to share. How are you? What has been meaningful for you?
This is Mayor. I just want to say I put things in the chat about Shifra, Evelyn, and I have edited a letter. It's going on to the Abrama website. You can use it as a model to send to your representatives and government officials, whoever you want. And there's a info@abrama.com you can go to as well to sign up as a citizen of conscience.
Thank you. Thank you, dear, for what you put up.
Thank you, Habibti.
And Rebecca, bye. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for joining. Honor to have you.
I also just wanted to offer a summary about the actions so that folks could be inspired, and that we have someone who's in Marika is in Belgium and is looking for how do you find allies to do a potentially to do a vigil in front of by the Israeli embassy. We have these buttons that Sama her son has made for us, and she's offered to mail to folks, at least here in the US. So if you want a button, and Nehemiah shared that he's someone who goes on the subway, he's very social, and so just even having And so that we're starting to, and then Marcia shared she wants to do a vigil but needs some help figuring out how to do the technical pieces of having pictures and lists, and so that we're just starting to figure out how can we help each other do what we want to organize on the ground where we are.
No, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And I see, Shifra, you've got your hand up, but I also want to acknowledge that some of us have a harder time to show up and speak up. And I know you've been also speaking, so I want to see if there's someone else that maybe is a bit more shy that wants to bring their voice also, if you would support that. Yeah, Shifra, thank you, dear. So seeing, yes, Marike.
Hello. Well, I was not shy in the breakout room, so for that, in that respect, it's okay. But I'm very thankful for the suggestions of Malkha, and I will be in touch with her by email, and I'm sure she will be able to help me. So thank you for this connection. Yeah, it's okay. It helped me a lot. I was here now for the third time, and all the initiatives brought me into a very active local group. And so I'm breaking out from my church community, which is rather conservative, not taking too much action. And now I've found other people who are much more politically involved and much more active in this respect. And well, it gives me strength. Also, these sessions and the fasting on Monday gives me strength. So thank you for that.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you. Your presence also gives us strength there. Thank you. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you. Is there another rather shy voice that hasn't dared to come to the public space and share something? We're not so many anymore, so maybe. What are you taking from this? What is moving in you as we're finishing our time? Andrea?
Hello. Yeah, I was sharing about I was in the room with how to start a conversation, and for me it was touching to be able to share a feeling of not being like good enough to be part of this community because I don't have this my own connection to the Jewish community or the Palestinian community, like a feeling of not belonging because I'm not like I'm new, I'm not part of this. Yeah, and it was powerful to just tell that and like to be encouraged to just take part in the way I am or how I can do. So yeah, thank you for that, people in the room I joined with.
Oh,
Mm.
thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to have you.
Mm.
Everyone is important. Everyone, everyone, everyone,
Mm.
everyone. It's collective. It's all of us together for all of us.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing.
I want to say even more like grateful for someone who apparently doesn't have a direct connection to bring themselves because of if they don't, this happens. If we think it's not us, it's not our business, then this happens. And it's not my people, so okay, let them solve it. Then this shit happens. So actually it's an invitation to exactly that. And I'm just want to honor that choice because this is going to change our world. If we say, no, it matters to me and I care about it, so I will bring myself. I give myself permission and I will come humbly to learn to understand, but I give myself permission because it is my business. And that's powerful and beautiful. So bowing to you being here. Thank you. We
Thank
need
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Andrea, my sister, is actually in Sweden. Maybe I put you both in touch.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, she would use some encouragement.
Hey, where in Sweden? Gothenburg.
Gothenburg, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let's hear Shifra and Masha, and then we close it.
Okay.
Bye, Marike.
I'm sorry. I was off and on because of some technical issues, and then I came back on, and I was just really heartbroken about hearing Dia and the other woman that you mentioned, and my deepest wish is just to, as a community, to do what we can to end this blockade, and that's what I'm, trying things maybe that haven't been tried before. I don't know if a humanitarian corridor could work, but maybe it would be something that could work and get the food to the, and the medical care to the people. That's what I'm just trying to think and feel with other people what we could do to stop this. I mean, and then there's so much repair and healing that will have to happen, and then I don't know about how to stop the bombing that's going on and the invasion. I don't know if there's some way to reach the military leaders. I know there are some Israeli soldiers who refuse to fight. So that's kind of where my focus is. I don't know what's going to stop it, but that's what I want. I want to stop this because I can't stand it. Rosh Hashanah is coming, the Jewish New Year. You're supposed to take responsibility if you do something wrong, and it's a collective thing. I mean, I'm not trying to blame anybody, but as a Jew, I just can't stand it. It just makes me nuts. I can't take it. It's unbelievable to me that this is happening. It's not unbelievable with the way Israel has been going. I can sadly believe it, but it's horrible to me, and I just want to stop it and not have this kind of insanity that Dia should have to go through this, that you should have to go through this, May, that you should have to go through this, David, that anyone should have to go through this. It's just insane. And, anyway, just whatever can be done, that's my focus. Whatever we can do to help, and collectively, maybe we can feel into what can we do. Maybe there's something we haven't thought of. Somebody who knows somebody who can influence to stop this insanity. It's just this, it's genocidal and suicidal at the same time. So that's it. And anyway, just much love to you all.
Darling.
My dear Masha, my dear Shifra, I must say that I am so sad that you, all of you, our elders, are having to go through so much pain in your life. And I really, really hope you will see the freedom of both your people and us. That also Jewish will be free. That we will witness it together, not only the freedom of Palestinians, but the freedom of Jewish as well. That we will celebrate it. That we will create Zoom meetings to say, come, let's celebrate this work of faith. Thank you.
Totally. Yeah. Biachad. I don't know how you say together in Arabic. How do you say together?
مع بعض.
Baba.
Mabad, biachad, mabad. Absolutely. Yeah, and I see that in my own life because I have made friends with people, and so it's just it's this mishugas, this majnun. Thank you. Much love.
Thank you, dear. And I saw also you, Jahida, raise your hands.
Yes. Marsha, Jahida. So yeah, let's take both.
Okay. Here I am, heart and soul.
Mm.
And, I went to the breakout room and was grateful to be in Malkha Binah's purview of action. I was really, really moved by Tiffany's words. And how do I want to go? I want to go. I want to go by being there, by bearing witness, by standing in the circular square of Bet Yala with combatants for peace, by holding the signs, by learning, by going to Bethlehem, by going to the Holy Land Trust, by going to see Sami Awad, by going to be there and to learn by embodying a presence, by being a protected presence. I'm learning about that too. It's like, and I don't want to be selfish because I want to be doing things here also. And I do get in conversations with people and I'm constant about it, but I want to go. I want to be there. That's my way of going to learn and to be really deeply bearing witness because I learn by bearing witness and giving of myself in a presence and in love and in listening. And however I can get there, I'm making plans to get there.
I'm waiting for you
Good,
to receive you
good.
and to stand together.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
شاهدة.
Mm.
Hmm.
English is not so bad. And I learned another language. I learned Turkish, and if I want to talk in English, in my head it's German and Turkish and English mixed. So um,
You can also
yeah.
translate if you wish.
Ah, ja. Mm, Ich möchte eigentlich ein bisschen über meinen Schatten springen, aber es fällt mir leichter, auf Deutsch zu sprechen, weil ich habe das Gefühl, das kommt dann mehr aus meinem Herzen heraus.
I want to make this jump, but also I acknowledge that I feel more comfortable to share in German, as I feel it's can directly come from my heart.
Ich habe tatsächlich eine lange Zeit nichts sehen wollen und nichts hören wollen von dem, was dort passiert. Nicht, weil es
For a
mich
long time, I wanted to avoid, like, not to see and not to hear about what's happening in Gaza.
ähm, ja, nicht, weil es mich nicht interessiert, sondern weil ich mich nicht mit dem Schmerz verbinden wollte und das nicht halten konnte.
Not because I didn't care, but I didn't know how to hold the pain of looking and feeling.
Ähm, Umso dankbarer bin ich dafür, dass ihr diesen Raum erschaffen habt, ähm, weil ich trotzdem sehr, sehr viel fühle, aber immer voller Liebe und irgendwie gehalten aus diesem Raum rausgehe.
This is why I'm feeling very grateful for the space that you create because it allows me to feel and feel a lot, but also feel held with love.
Und tatsächlich konnte ich mich hier ein bisschen überwinden und habe schon mit vielen mich austauschen können. Und hier sind so viele schöne Seelen. Und einfach diese Seelen zu spüren, ist richtig, richtig schön. Und ich bin sehr dankbar für eure Arbeit hier, für euer Sein. Danke, danke, danke.
So, wenn du sagst hier, dann meinst du in diesen Breakout-Räumen?
Mhm.
So here in this space, I was able to start conversations and share myself and connect with people. And it felt really, really meaningful, and meeting these really, really beautiful souls. And I'm just feeling very grateful for this space and for the opportunity to connect with them and share myself.
Dankeschön fürs Übersetzen.
شكرا. حضورك مبارك.
Kannst du will noch sagen, dass ich ihr noch antworten werde, aber ihre Worte so tief gingen, dass ich die erst mal sagen lassen musste.
And she says that she will answer you, May, but the words went so deep that she has to like kind of sit with them first until she finds an answer.
Very understood, my dear. Honor. Sharaf. I must say, I feel extremely touched by all of you. I came with a heart full of ache. I still sit with a heart full of ache. And I must say, you really, this presence, you continuing to show up and to come and to speak and to share and to support has been really holding me so I can hold everyone. Around me. I was sharing with David that it's really painful for me to receive the messages and the calls and to be continuously with Dia and Fatima and Ahmed and all my other friends. And again, your presence really not only gives me hope, but even to them, like how grateful they are continuously. They are continuously in full gratitude to us, continuously still dreaming, still saying, we want to come, we want to meet you, we want to sit with you. And yeah, many times my soul is on its knees. And I don't know how to hold everything, the West Bank, Gaza, Satyam, combatants, everything I'm trying to do on myself. And to witness you, and to be part with you, and to be received by you all. Really, you cannot imagine. It's what keeps me, keeps us, keeps Satyam going, to be able to hold them and to continue, to even have the space to listen to all of the fear and sleep with the fear of maybe he will not answer, or maybe Fatma is not answering. So thank you. Thank you for also holding us, for coming, for supporting, for loving us, for receiving us, and for giving us what we need in order to be able to give them at least the minimum of what they need. It's all of us. Really, please take it personally how crucial your presence is. So deeply grateful. Deeply grateful. Thank you. Maybe David, there is no words to say. One day when we win the Nobel Peace Prize, I will start. I will share about you. There is no words. Such an honor, such an encouragement, such partnership. I love you, dear. Thank you. Thank you all.
My honor, May.
حبيبي. سماح ببعث لك عبوطة. I see you.
حبيبتي شكرًا، أنا كمان. هاي بوسي.
مليون لحد ما نجيبكم على حافة. سماح and her family are coming soon. I'm setting the faith and the prayer that we will receive them soon and we will wander the whole country together, inshallah, including Gaza.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Inshallah, inshallah, amen.
My mom is
amen,
dreaming
amen.
of that day.
And I wish to remind you to share the links with all your friends, your communities, and maybe you start also sending the emails that you receive from us to your email list. And maybe see if people would also want to donate to Gaza. We're trying to provide food, water, financial support, whatever that is possible that we can send to them. So please share it, forward it. Come next Monday, hopefully we are hundreds. I'm still a dreamer, but let's do it. And we are again here. Please take care of yourselves. Hold yourself, Nehmia. I really hope you're taking care of yourself, Habibi. Thank you for your wisdom and your presence. Thank you. Yes, thank you. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you all. Habibi, love to you, Malkha. Habibti, Inyard, and the other Inyard. We receive you. Jahida, all of you, Marsha, Andrea, Ruby. Thank you so much, Ruby. Sandy, Valdemar, Yusuf, Shifra, all of you. Samah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for staying all the way until
Yes.
so beautiful. So
Yes.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.